Wrongful accusations and relentless scrutiny from the police, the media, and the public had destroyed the sanctity of Neverland.
He always used to say, you know, Neverland was, again, his sanctuary. It was really his home. It was the one place you could see him really comfortable.
My children were born in this community. My home is in this community. I will always love this community from the bottom of my heart.
When agents went in to Neverland and raided the place and took stuff away, it would never be the same again. He would never live there again.
He decided to flee the spotlight of bad publicity in the U.S.
His money woes, the accusations, all these things added to his terrible pain that he wanted to escape.
He just disappeared.
Michael and his 3 children would spend the next few years living a nomadic existence, traveling from one part of the globe to another, failing to put down permanent roots.
He was done with America. He wanted to leave.
I think he left the U.S. because he was hurt by all the bad press and just the vicious nature of the attacks in the media.
So I think going off to Bahrain was a question of running away, trying to recreate himself, I don't know.
For a time, the Prince of Bahrain gave Michael and his family a place to call home. But like all other things in Michael's life, that disappeared too.
And he left there owing money.
Once again, Michael needed to escape.
We'd see photos of him in LA or in Europe, and they were always a little eccentric because he'd be wearing masks, or one day he'd be in a wheelchair, or one day the kids would come out wearing masquerade masks, and you just never knew what would pop up next.
He was in another world, in a sense. There was such a sense of, oh my goodness, I'm not so sure that this person can survive in this world as it is, with all these complications, and deal with it because of his fragility.
Michael's quest for any kind of grounding sometimes led him to pursue higher powers at the risk of further losing his grip on reality. Could Michael's spirituality have impacted his attachment to this world? I paid a visit to one of his last advisors, the Reverend June Gatlin.
I'm so glad for this opportunity because this allows us the privilege of really showing honor and giving honor to a man who is so great and so majestic. He's the reason we're here today.
He was highly spiritual.
Of course, absolutely. And a lot of people didn't know that.
Michael was an explorer. He wanted to meet everybody.
And he did have some spiritual leanings as well, and some spiritual calling. He sought spiritual advisors.
So when he gathered these people around, this was part of his plan, a very powerful plan.
Anybody who wrote a good book on spirituality, anybody who was to him a mystery, he wanted to meet them.
Everywhere I went, there were stories of Michael's search from faith to faith for something that he never found. Some rumors went beyond ordinary faith and into superstitious fantasy.
All the major superstars used to always talk about how to reach the gift giver because he's the one that used to control the world. And the only way you could reach him, you got to go into almost like a coma stage. And how Michael used to try to reach it was do the drugs and get into like a coma state. I don't know if it was true, but these are conversations I used to listen to.
These journals here are 2009. Are you interested in seeing something that,
Oh, I'd love to.
To June. Today was like being baptized in the sea of life, the most purifying of waters. You are a gift from God, and all your days on this planet continue to be blessed. I love you, Michael Jackson. That was May 9th.
He was an amazing writer. People don't give him that due. He was a poet.
Oh my God. Michael's a phenomenal writer.
Michael believed in a muse. Michael believed in guardian angels. Michael believed in gift givers. Michael did say very frequently that the music came through him, that he wasn't composing it.
And then I know his real voice.
Tell me his real voice. How does it sound?
It doesn't sound like, hi, it doesn't sound like that. I said, honey, I said, say your real voice. I said, say I'm great. I am great. I said, no. I said, say it in your real voice. I am great. I said, that's it, honey.
Let's remember that he was taught the importance of the Bible from the time he was younger. He had some religious feelings all through his life.
Can we say a prayer for him now? Can we do like a, lead me through it?
We're most grateful and thankful for the life whom Michael is, and I say thank you, and you may say thank you.
Thank you.
And so it is.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. He is. And so are you, honey.
Thank you. Reverend June has a rare acceptance for Michael's passing. It may be that in death, Michael finally found the ultimate escape from a lifetime of suffering.
Michael died. Spirit departed the flesh. It said, he gave it up. He wouldn't have left if he wasn't supposed to. As I tell people, there's no such thing as premature death. When you leave and you don't return into that flesh, you're supposed to be gone. And that's why people all over this planet feel him. Hasn't been anybody like him. I told him, never will be anybody like you, honey. Never has been, never will be. There's only one.
You know, I would hope that Michael, wherever he is at peace at last. I mean, he was an amazingly brilliant talent and person, but he was tormented also, and his life was the heights of ecstasy, but really the depths of agony also, and that was hard to watch. And so I would hope wherever he is now, he's found some sense of peace.
Why do you think still people find it so hard to reach out to God?
Because they can't see him. And people always don't believe in something they can't see. It's like seeing is believing. They have to see it to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
The family situation is a recipe for disaster.
He was both physically and verbally abused as a child.